handling this session. And coming to the agenda of the session, we would like to give you an introduction about the institution and introduction to a BE in Civil Engineering program, and what are the accomplishments in our stream, and how do we engage our students and the admission process. Coming to the CMR group of institutions, so this is going to be a big educational enterprise, and we can say that it is comprising of both schools as well as colleges. And we too take pride in which we are also one of the institutions coming in the CMR group of institutions. And we have a national public school, international school, PU college, high school, and AKR school with different branches spread all over Karnataka, Bangalore. And we do have different colleges, that is engineering institution, that is CMR Institute of Technology. Here we even have MBA and MCA as well. We have CMR Institute of Management Studies. We have CMR University of Legal Studies, Center for Business Studies, CMR Life Skills Institute. And we do have our own university, which is called as CMR University as well. And the CMR group of institutions, and it has been established in the year of 1990, and it is a unique educational conglomerate, and they have different campuses located in the city of Bangalore. It is even having a branch in Singapore as well. And we do offer programs in engineering, education, law, management, biosciences, business administration, and psychology. And the objective of our institution is to give every student a chance at an outstanding value based and well-rounded education. Now, CMR Institute of Technology, it is established in the year 2000, and it is located in the IT Park Road, that is IT Hub, in the heart of Bangalore, and it is well connected with the bus facilities and well. And it is permanently affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University. And the mission of the institute is to be a nationally acclaimed and globally recognized institute of engineering, technology, and management, producing competent professionals with appropriate attributes to serve the cause of the nation and society at large. So basically, we want our institution to be known in a global way, and at the same time, we want our professionals to be a responsible citizens who can serve the nation and society. And if we try to trace back the growth of this institution, the institution or the CMR Janadhara Trust was established in 1991, and we have a CMR IT being established in 2000. We have got over a period of till this period, we have got different streams of engineering being established. And in fact, the Department of Civil Engineering was established in the year of 2011, and we have actually been established in BE Civil Engineering in 2011, and since then we have been trying to grow. And in 2013, our intake has been increased to 120, and at the same time in 2017 we have got our NBA accredited, and in 2020 we have got a re-accreditation as well. Sir, we have to record the session. Okay.
I'm recording it.
Yeah, so we have
Yes, sir,
the
that should be
campus
recorded.
layout, and it is having an area of 7.63 acres, and we have a good a blend of greenery as well as infrastructure facilities within the campus. And in fact, the ambience is very given a high amount of importance in this campus as well. And coming to this initiatives for excellence, so from the inception, we try to work around different verticals, and at the same time, these verticals have helped us to excel in different rankings and things. So the different verticals under which we try to excel are graduation outcome, and skills and training and transformation, experiential learning, co-curricular learning, pedagogy, creativity and participation, and faculty knowledge and skills. Coming to graduation outcome, we would like to focus on results, ranks of students, entrepreneurs, students getting placed, and students who are going for higher education. And coming to skills and transformation, we always focus upon the way in which we try to mold our students. For the same, we have a program called as Tie Your Laces. So here L stands for language, aptitude, C for core skills, E for experiential, and X for soft skills. So we try to mold our students in different verticals so that there will be an holistic development of the student under different heads. We emphasize on experiential learning. For the same, we encourage the students to take up mini projects and also the projects which are relevant to industry, classified as entrepreneurial mini projects. We encourage the students to take part in competitions and at the same time participate in mega applications and mega projects that are being carried out at department. We encourage our students to undertake co-curricular learning rather than the regular teaching learning exercises. So the different platforms identified for the co-curricular learning are MOOC sessions, that is massive open online certifications, expert talks, workshops, industry visits, student club activities, and also we have adopted villages and wherein the students directly can apply the technology to the villages for their upliftment. We also have tried to improve upon our pedagogy as well as pedagogy activities so that the teaching learning process will become more effective. The different pedagogical initiatives that we have tried to look upon are video sessions, flipped classrooms, virtual labs, and so on. Similarly, we encourage the students to go ahead with the ideas and so that they can even step into innovation and entrepreneurship. We encourage the students to have a membership in professional societies so that they will be always upgraded with the state of art technology in their different streams. And also we ensure that the faculty also keep upgrading themselves with the latest state of art technology as well as methods by undertaking MOOC sessions and attending faculty development programs. And at the same time we ensure that they will be able to keep themselves upgraded with respect to research, consultancy, and so on. And at the same time, we ensure that all the knowledge gained by the faculty get spread across the department as well as to the institution by means of tech talks. And at the same time, we impart the same to the students by means of carrying out some experiments which are beyond the curriculum. By keeping in mind all these initiatives for excellence, we could step into different types of rankings which would upgrade our institution as well. And I can proudly say that all the programs in the institution are NBA accredited. And at the same time, we are one of the few institutions which have been offered or accredited with A plus by NAC. And also, our institution, all the programs, they are affiliated to AICT, they are approved by AICT, and our programs are affiliated to VTU, and we always go forward with the NIRF ranking, National Institute of Ranking Framework. And at the same time, because of all these initiatives for excellence, we are able to get into the different rankings. We are able to procure different rankings for the institutions by means of different platforms. EW India Today, Times Engineering. So all these, we are able to get a top rankings, in fact. And also the way in which we have progressed into innovation and entrepreneurship, we have been ranked into by ARIA ranking also in the band of 26 to 50th, which was well appreciated by the university as well. And also the Weeks magazine survey also, we have been ranked in the top 95 across all colleges in India. And coming to the infrastructure facilities available in the institute, this is a glimpse of the institution wherein you can see the different blocks of the institution and also the ground. And also the ground also tries to picture in the different types of facilities like the cafeteria as well. And also, we do have an auditorium in the institution which can house more than 900 plus participants. And coming to the life of a student at CMRIT, we do have graduation ceremony, we do have cultural programs, we do have welcoming session for the first years and so on, and wherein we will be getting eminent people from the industry as well as from academia, so as to motivate the students and help them understand the importance of this education as well. And so these are some of the glimpses wherein our students will be enjoying as well. And this is a glimpse of the basketball court in the CMRIT, and also the way in which we can have the other type of sports as well. And we do encourage the students to have a participation in sports and at the same time in different cultural activities. So this is a way in which our students also take advantage of the facilities in the institution. And with this, we have our 6 engineering programs in the institution. And out of this, we will be speaking about the civil engineering program. And from this slide onwards, I would like to request my colleague, Mrs. Preeti Jacob, to take over the session. So I'll be stopping the presentation and Mrs. Preeti Jacob will continue with the same. Preeti, I may request you to please start with the session.
Ma'am, can you just stop presenting? Okay. So good morning, all of you. I hope you can see my slide.
Yes, we can see your slide.
Yes. So as I told, civil engineering, as you all know, it's one of the oldest branches. The first branch was military engineering, and the second was civil. And it all started with the construction of your, dams, related to water, because water was very, important back then. Now, a lot of streams of engineering are there. Civil, mechanical, and electrical still are considered as core branches, and even your electronics is included. Civil engineering is such. Why personally I took civil engineering was that I could see, I was interested to make spaces better, and I could actually physically see it. And that is one reason those who take civil engineering, they love that they can actually see whatever structures are there. We don't deal with micro or mini structures. We actually deal with big structures, and we can understand a lot of concepts better. Well, coming to us, so we always look for people who are a little good, creative, who are a little artistic, so that you can implement that in your structures also. And there's one notion that civil is always related to construction. No, we are into infrastructural development. So we have our roadways, railways, a lot of your waterways all come under civil engineering. And we also have a branch called as environmental engineering, where we deal a lot related to the environmental issues also. So civil engineering as such is not only construction. We have your infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, it includes construction as well as a lot of other streams of construction. Now coming to our vision and mission, well, we framed it with a lot of discussion with our faculties, senior faculties. So I'll just read out our vision. To become a preferred center for excellence in the broad field of civil engineering, producing competent professional with essential attributes to serve the nation and society. Well, it's just a one line, but we are very proud to say that, we have a vision to make our department, to produce excellent civil engineers in the near future. And with respect to the vision, we have a number of mission statements also. I think I'll just give a brief about the mission statements also. Develop sufficient laboratory facilities capable of providing hands-on experience in diverse fields of civil engineering. We have all the lab facilities as per the updated DTU, and we also have a lot of extra labs depending on the research work which is done in our department. The institute provides us enough fund for doing research in a relevant field also. Creating a teaching staff resource, which is a good mix of people with industry, academic, and R&D background. Well, any institute success base is purely, I think one of the main factors is your human resources. And our college is very particular that they have very efficient facility, faculty recruitment, either in your academic profile or who has already worked in industry, so that you have a good mix of both. and which is very essential for bringing your institute up. Collaborations, develop mutually beneficial collaboration with reputed institutions, industries, and R&Ds. We have signed up MOU with construction companies, some cement companies and all. Develop partnerships with government organizations and non-government organizations to serve the cause of the technological solution for the betterment of society. We have in the last 2-3 years adopted villages where we are trying to, some of our projects are related to water harvesting, rainwater harvesting and all, so that whatever technology is there in our college is being promoted. It's a social cause too. Well, this is the journey of our department. Well, we started from 2011. We started with an intake of 60. And after 2 years, we increased to an intake of 120. And in the year 2017, we got accredited with NBA, which was a huge achievement for us. We were a very small department. We were just, 6 years old department, but we were accredited with NBA. And further, the NBA accreditation was for 3 years. We got re-accredited again in this year, 2020. Okay, and we have 27 teaching staff, 3 are professors, associate professor 4, assistant professors are 20, and all the faculties are it's mandatory that you should complete your PhD or are pursuing PhD, because technical information is always important. So our institute emphasizes on that. So faculties, all the faculties here have registered or are on the completion stage of their PhD. And we have 7 technical staff too for assisting in all our lab activities. Well, this is a department profile. As I told you, 2011 with an intake of 60 we had started. It's a BE program in civil engineering, increased intake to 120, permanently affiliated to VTU, Belgaum, Karnataka. This is again the same statistics in a different format, so I'm not reading it out again. Well, the thing is that the development of a department is due to a lot of practices which is followed in the department as well as the institute. So we have some practices which has been part of our department welfare. One is every year we have this student induction program, and remember the success of any institute or it depends a lot on your teacher-student interaction, between student interaction. So we encourage all that in our department, the interaction between your first years to final years, interaction between faculty and students, okay? Because for any development, the output of people is very, very important. So we do have student induction program, internship program, pre-training workshop. We do conduct a lot of workshops for our students related to civil engineering and some not related also. Final year project to research paper. We encourage students final year projects especially to write papers so that it is a big bonus to your CV if you're going for higher education. Interdepartment collaborative projects. Remember, any project success does not depend. You can't be a standalone department. The era is all for interdisciplinary projects. So we do have projects which is interdepartment, so that students of both the departments are involved. Then from the institute side, we have many projects for your second and third years. All faculty and students mandatorily we need to take MOOC course, that is online courses for upgrading our knowledge. Industry connect activities, student club activities. Well, there are a lot of student club activities. Even during this lockdown, we had online activities by our students with faculty, assistance of faculty. Tech Talk by faculty to improve their knowledge. The Tech Talk is basically intended for a person's field of interest, newer innovations in their field of interest. It's mainly for your faculties. Center of Excellence mega application, flexible workload. In our institute, we have teaching load, research load, IND load. So based on the load, we have targets. And what happens is when you have a mixture of load, when you have students coming in, they have resources, human resources to address their projects or their field of interest. They have more variety in that. And again, knowledge upgradation through your MOOC courses. So these are some of the best practices which has made us reach to this level. As our HOD had told, we have been in so much rankings because of all these practices. Well, some of the distinctions of this, we have a Center of Excellence for Natural Resource Management, a well-established career guidance and placement bureau. It is centrally located. TYL, TIO laces to develop students with language, aptitude, core technical, all these skills. Because technical knowledge is important, but how you handle people, how you interact with people is also equally important to climb ladders in a corporate world. So we do have special sessions for students. Awareness session for career opportunities. We have a different cell for higher education and placement, where they bring people from different institutes to talk about their career opportunities, about higher studies, etc. A strong alumni network. We have a good connection, though we started only in 2011. The first batch came out in 2015. We do have a very small, very strong connect with our alumni, and they do help us in giving, future opportunities for our upcoming batches of students. Well, our network, since they are already placed in companies, they're almost 4-5 years in companies. If any recruitment come, they definitely do post to us, and we also give it to our students. So our network is quite strong. A university approved research center for a program which is only of 8 to 9 years. We have a university approved research center. 2 department clubs and membership in professional bodies. Well, all faculties are compulsory. They need to take membership in professional bodies, where a lot of activities are being conducted. And we have 2 department clubs also, which is one is the Eco Club and one is an ISI Club, which conduct a lot of programs in our department, where we have students from other departments also coming to take part in it. MSME approved incubation center. MSME is micro, small, medium enterprise approved incubation center. Well, nowadays our institute is giving very good importance to innovation and entrepreneurship. We are in line with Prime Minister's mission of Make in India. So we also encourage students to take up entrepreneurship. And we have incubation. We have talks related to how to go about, people have ideas. Students have a lot of ideas. They just want a path to lead them to, greater startups. So we do have a lot of facilities to encourage students and to mold students to be successful entrepreneurs. We are a member of IISc, and participation, even now, I think there are a lot of students who participate in different events conducted by government and private, and they're winning prizes exclusively in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship. We have IND cell in our college, and each department also have an IND cell where students who are interested to, have their own companies are encouraged to discuss the ideas and everything. And to further augment our innovation and entrepreneurship, we have adopted villages where we try to solve their social problems. It is part of our mission also to be a resource for our society. So we have adopted villages where we address the villagers, seek their problem, and try to solve some of the problems what they are facing. A lot of achievements. We have come in media quite regularly. We have signed MOUs with different companies. Biogas plant. This is we had deployed in Marasandra village, and granted patents also. We encourage students to file patent, and we faculties also we file patents. Our faculty achievement, research papers. See, research is given important. Research, your innovation is all given importance. So research papers 20 plus. We are members of professional bodies like IST, ICI, IGC. It's all in different fields of civil engineering. 2 department mega projects and 4 mega application projects. Faculty encouraged in research, and 3 faculty awarded with PhD. So as I told you, your human resources are very important. All faculties either should have completed PhD or they should be pursuing PhD. Okay. The advantage of PhD is it's a continuous learning process where the faculties are being exposed to newer ideas. And IND also is very strong. So we have around 17 patents filed, and 1 design patent is granted to our department by one of our faculties. We also encourage student patents. We have 3 student patents also. Those who are incubated, they have started their own companies also. 2 of them, not 3. 3 patents and 2 students who have started their company from the incubation center in our department. Well, life in a engineering college is, I think you all will be knowing, it's a very colorful life. You have a lot of student activities. You have a lot of, institute level, department level. Well, if you're an involved student, you have a lot of activities to participate in, a lot of knowledge to get. a lot of friend circle to create, which are quite lifelong. So we also have the same thing here, and most of our most of our events do involve students, student teachers, teachers alone for the overall development of our college and the society. Well, our two clubs are SOC and Eco Club. SOC is a Society of Civil Engineering, and Eco Club, we conduct a lot of workshops, and we do conduct events also, competitions also across all departments. Well, in our institute level, we have your music, art, theatre, dance, cultural, sports, NSS. The overall development always have, you need to pursue your hobby also, where in our institute it is encouraged that you need to have an overall personality, a desire to have to be a member of any of your extracurricular activities. You can be a part of that. A professional counselor on campus. Okay, counselors at this age quite important. You can approach him any point of time. We are taking up the role of mentoring also, where we give guidance to students related to where is emotional, where is this, okay, to give us strong bonding with the student, emotional bonding with the student. We have a career advisor. We have professional society student chapters also. We conduct activities for ICI and IGBC. Your IGBC is basically Indian Green Building Council. And as I told you, effective mentoring system, where we address the problems of students. I think even in this lockdown, I think our faculty were very efficient in handling different student problems. For students who are staying at home, it's not so easy in this age group to actually sit at home and study. Students' achievement, VTU rank. We have got one VTU rank by one of our students. We encourage students to take part in a lot of competition. We give them information and they've participated in a lot of competition, won prizes. And we don't insist on winning. We always insist on participation because the experience is very nice. We have a really nice experience when you meet people with similar ideas. And this has come in papers also, a lot more. We have just given a gist of some of the events, but we have won a lot more also. Student support ecosystem. We have a grievance system, incubation center facility, patent filing mechanism, collaborating with union agencies, center of excellence, industry visits, etc. See, for an engineering student, learning is, yes, the important thing. But in this institute, you are exposed to so many other things. You can choose what you like. If you want to take up higher studies, there is a research avenue. If you want to have your own business, you have an avenue for that. So depending on the interest of the student, there are various avenues where you can explore what he likes to do. Teaching methodology, as I told you, as a student, your main this is teaching learning. You can learn through online courses also. Nowadays, online is very much in. So to upgrade your knowledge beyond your BE syllabus, there is always online. You can take up mini projects. Well, a lot of mini projects, they go for competitions also. Mini projects is a way to learn, in practice. See, theory is theory. Your practice is some other totally different ball game. So you will have mini projects done by students. Makerspace facility. Well, Makerspace is an amazing facility at CMRIT, especially for your mechanical and civil students, where they can actually make prototypes of different things. Okay, I won't say only restricted to civil and mechanical, other departments also, but you can actually create prototypes of your structure or small, this of your any project you have. Then we have flip classes, video sessions, activity-based learning. Your flip classes are basically where students are taking up classes. They are explaining concepts under the guidance of faculty. Video session, well, now it's all video sessions, so the students don't have a choice, but they are taking the video sessions previously also. And activity-based learning. So we have model-based, expert lectures, workshops, etc. to get more practical knowledge. And expert lectures, we conduct a lot of expert lectures because people incorporate. Say we are from academia, people incorporate, have a different viewpoint for a lot of, in civil engineering itself, or this itself, corporate life is totally different. So we do have a lot of expert lecture, both online and offline. We were conducting it offline throughout. The last semester was online, who gave us their experience in their industry, what do they do, how it is, and everything like that, which we are a teaching fraternity. We can only teach concepts and theory. But since our void, we are filling it by calling up people who are already experts in the field. And we also call as entrepreneurs also. We also call entrepreneurs in civil engineering who successfully have their construction companies. Industry visit, again, per semester industry visit is mandatory. We take them to construction sites or sewage water treatment plant. So every semester this. Different learning methodologies. Student club activities. I think student club activities become so strong. A lot of students participate and they really enjoy it also. Mini projects. These are some of the display of some of our mini projects. COE, Center of Excellence, Natural Resource Management. Our department, civil department, had taken up natural resource management, where anything related to nature management we take up. We have a drum composter, air quality characterization, energy from these are some of the projects of our Center of Excellence, which involves both faculty as well as students. Well, we have an alumni for about 5 years, and they are placed in quite good companies: Prestige, Brigade, Shobha, Atkins, and they always come back to us that, okay, the teaching, whatever they have got from our institute, was very effective in them, and they always promote our college in their respective corporates. Higher studies, a lot of people after this they go to higher studies abroad as well as in India. So these are some of the universities where our students are increasing our network of CMRIT, brands of CMRIT. Well, entrepreneurs, we have comparatively a high number of entrepreneurs from our department. 2 of them are actually incubated from our college itself, COE Structural Systems and HESTA. Both are incubated in our college itself. The others, they had entrepreneurial plans right when they were in college. So they have established on their own, but they were there. So that's the reason we are very much into entrepreneurship, because we feel that we have a higher number of students who are interested in, having their own business. Research specialties, we are natural resource management. We have activities related to energy, water, and air. We do submit regularly research proposals. Expert lectures, again, from the side of natural resource management we provide. Short-term training program we conduct. Well, these are some of the members and some of the projects which is being taken care by our Center of Excellence Natural Resource Management. Again, some of the papers. Again, whenever we do any research work, it is very important that it comes out in a paper, in a very good journal. We do that too. Our students are also interested in sports. We always have some of the members who are part of the different sports team. We have an active volleyball team, cricket team, basketball team. Well, these are the different admission processes. We get students through CET, Comet K, JEE, and AIEEE also. And we have management quota also. Our central, for any doubt or any clarifications regarding admission, we have 2 numbers which is shared here, which you can access to get more information about our institute or about our department. Well, thank you all for your patient listening. So these are some of the things we had to share with you regarding our institute and our department. Well, as I told you in the beginning, civil engineering, people enjoy civil engineering who have a little creative edge, because you're dealing with structures, you're trying to beautify a place with the structural knowledge. So if you are a person like that, you can definitely, it's a very green branch for you. Thank you.